Last month, I traveled down to Utah to compete in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre event hosted by Utah Combat Robotics. I was working on upgrades for Jumbo at the time, so I brought Stingray instead. The only changes it had were new cleats with geometry that wouldn't let the points break off as easily, and a screw in the tail to act as a caster, hopefully averting the traction issues it had when upside down. The focus, though, would be on the debut of a new robot. I wanted to make a beetleweight with dual horizontal spinners, but after I bought the parts for it, it became obvious that there was no way it would make weight with the selected components. Since I had already bought the parts, though, I went with Plan B. Cut it in half. And here is exactly that, my first beetleweight, Plan B.
Okay, rapid fire build specs for this robot. 3/16" AR-500 weapon, 7 3/4 inch diameter, tip speed about 170 miles an hour. Driven by D3530 brushless motor, 1100 kilovolts. Blade is sandwiched between this spacer and pulley, both of which are 3D printed from 98A TPU. Half-inch shoulder bolt. This jam nut is used just for storage. I usually use a half-height nut with a nylon insert. Some bronze bushings in there, and a needle bearing inside here. 5/16" XL weapon belt. This might seem a bit excessive, but I've seen so many Beetles lose just because their weapon belt snapped. Top and bottom plates are carbon fiber 4mm. This X section is pocketed out to 2mm. Enclosure is also 98A TPU. 4 screws in the weapon assembly hold the plates on. Here it is with the top panel off. You can see the screws thread into these aluminum hex standoffs. And here are the internals. 1050 mAh 3S battery, Dartbox V2 motors, Vipers that drive Banebot's wheels. I know these are pretty heavy, but they're also good at taking hits, which is important when you have exposed wheels. Everything else is pretty standard stuff. Rucka speed controller, 45 amp ESC for the weapon, FingerTech switch. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, but here are how the forks work. They just mount in between these screws in the top plate. It's just a piece of titanium mounted onto some TPU pieces. As you flip it upside down, and it acts as forks.
On to the event then. Plan B was up first and was matched up against one of the scariest beetles in attendance, Pack Daddy, a scaled-up version of the plastic ant-weight Pack Attack. As a reminder, Pack Attack's full combat counterpart Inky managed to split Jumbo in half, so I was nervous to see what Pack Daddy was capable of. Thankfully, I had a blade ready that was made with horizontal spinners in mind. It had the same thickness and reach as the other weapon, but trades bite for higher moment of inertia and slightly more mass. With this blade swapped in, the robot was ready for trial by fire. All footage for this video was taken from the livestream hosted by the Sin Shop, so be sure to check them out. The full event will be linked in the description.
And fight! Off they go. Pack Daddy, Plan B. Pack Daddy spun up, but then again, so is Plan B, and Plan B has won the box rush. Is Pack Daddy able to move, or is it just... No, he's moving. Okay, all right, and now he is in the pit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Pack Daddy, say it ain't so.
Oh, no.
Very strong showing by Plan B, trying to help out here.
Oh, there we go. And he is broken the
Freedom!
2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock.
Oh, no. All that, and Plan B seems to be stuck.
Oh, no. Oh,
all right, seeing a little bit of movement again. Come on, Plan B. I know you got this, buddy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pack Daddy.
Oh, no.
Seems to be down.
Pack Daddy. Speak to me, Pack Daddy. Pack Daddy.
You can see some of the damage there from Plan B's weapon.
Yeah, Plan B is giving it the business, I'll tell you what.
Plan B is a business bot.
Oh, my goodness. Strictly business, absolutely.
We're having a countdown.
Uh-huh.
3, 2... One, and that is the match.
That is the match.
That was a very generous countdown.
Oh my goodness.
This was a lucky win for me. For one, because Pack Daddy died just because its battery came unplugged, and for two, this is the damage that Plan B took. That is way too close to the battery for comfort. Thankfully, I could just push the damaged part back in place and put some tape over it to get it ready for its next match.
Surprising what a lick of paint will do, isn't it?
Meanwhile, Stingray was up next and would be facing bad news, a nasty-looking vertical spinner. Since there was a good chance of being flipped, I swapped to the fork tail and went at it.
And fight! Oh, there we go. Storming out of the gate. here comes Stingray.
Oh,
All right, he is. Oh my goodness!
Oh. Well then.
Yeah. Is that a tap out? That is a tap out.
That's understandable.
Your
Yeah,
winner
oh.
by tap out, Stingray.
That is extremely
That is-
understandable.
As if my last match wasn't lucky enough, this fight saw me getting a 1 in a million shot that dislodged the entire weapon assembly from bad news. The Sin Shop gives out awards called Achievables when certain things happen in competition, and I managed to get one for this hit. This is the Nat 20 award, which is pretty fitting considering what happened. Back to Plan B now, which would be fighting Dollar Tree, 2 bots made from Hot Wheels cases and tracks. Though a self-proclaimed joke bot, I hadn't fought a multi-bot before, so it would be a good test of driving for me. Since my forks bent and high-centered the robot in their last match, I removed them completely, opting to just leave the pieces they attached to on, in hopes that they would keep the robot from getting stuck on its end. The asymmetric blade went back on, and the match was ready.
And fight. Here we go. Dollar Tree versus Plan B. Uh-oh. Plan B. Looks like Plan A is working okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Dollar
So-
Tree is ridiculous and always a treat to
Yeah,
see.
absolutely. Absolutely. What if all the bumpers? That's the question that Dollar
Yeah.
Tree is asking and
That's
answering. It's right there.
I mean, so far, really, it's kind of working out okay.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
But honestly, Plan B is doing amazing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Again, this is
I mean, uh-oh. Now, wait a minute. Is part of Dollar Tree going into the pit or caught on the pit? Oh, I think they're
or
caught.
is the pit.
Is the pit? Does the pit? No, I think part of Dollar Tree might be hung up there. Are they going to be able to free themselves? We've got 2 minutes remaining on the clock.
I honestly don't know how that works when you're a multi-bot,
We'll find out, possibly.
especially a 50-50 multi-bot. You know what I mean?
Because it looks like half of it's high-centered. Now, will they be able to get in? Will Plan B be able to get the other half of Dollar Tree in?
Certainly seems like he's trying.
Right? But can't you do that without knocking out the first half?
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? There's decisions going on here. There's. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Plan B making
That's a
an
tap
absolute
out.
mess.
That is
of
a tap
Dollar
out.
Tree.
That is a
Your
tap
winner,
out.
Plan B.
Yep. Plan
Nice
B
job.
takes the win.
Dollar Tree got some good rams in on Plan B, but the weapon caused enough damage to have them tap out. The team let me keep one of the wedges, which was nice of them. During the match, I did notice something that worried me. There were times when the robot would reverse without issue, but when trying to go forward, one of the wheels wouldn't move. I did a basic drive test after this match with no issues though, so I wasn't sure what was going on. Stingray was on deck again, this time against Prince Tufston, a control bot inspired by King Buxton. This is actually my friend Johnny's first robot, which I helped design and build, so I had a pretty good idea of what to expect going in.
And fight. Here they go. Prince Tufston versus Stingray.
Stingray's pulling out their big move there.
They are. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining on the clock. This thing is just getting warmed up. Stingray attempting to get that little pokey bit there, the pokey boy, into the side of Prince Tufston.
Yeah. Of His Highness.
I'm sorry?
His Royal Highness.
Lord of the Tufston Empire.
Tufston's like, I'm just going to hang back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
got
that's
a little pick him up there.
That's a no for me, dog. All right. Yeah, is Prince Tufston gonna get Stingray into the pit? Is Stingray gonna impale themselves?
Seems as though they may.
Uh-oh.
Look.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Excellent.
Tufston attempting to give it a help there. Oh, man.
Uh-oh. That little crack there.
Yeah.
It's been the bane of many a bot builder today. You know what someone needs to do? Is build a melty brain like that.
Oh, with the pokey-outy thing like that?
With the pokey-outy thing like that.
Interesting.
It could be good. Could be good. Minute and 10 remaining on the clock. They're
Yeah, that could be the right kind of chaos there.
I think so. Oh, now wait a second. Prince Tustin has Stingray lifted up.
Oh.
Oh, and Stingray with the reversal now has Prince Tustin on his head. John the Baptist style, if you will. Prince Tustin still trying to get... Tustin's still trying to get an angle of attack there on Stingray. I see a belt laying free there. Could that be... Huh? We have a belt? It's a dry belt from Prince Tustin, I presume. Yes, yeah. Well, let's see if that weighs into the judge's decision, because this thing is about to go the distance.
Uh-oh. There we go.
And that's about to happen here in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the match.
I had a few scares getting stuck in the arena, but did enough to win the judge's decision. It wasn't easy though. Johnny did some great driving and pulled off some impressive moves. He would continue to fight in the lower bracket. Plan B was up again, this time against Dr. Sigma, which is unfortunately not a Mega Man reference. It was, however, a four-wheel drive vertical spinner with special anti-horizontal wedges. I felt there wasn't much I could do but try and keep my lone weapon pointing towards it.
And fight! All right. Will Plan... Oh my goodness! I didn't even have a chance to make more Gen Z slang jokes. Plan B just comes out, says end of this. I'm going to rip the freaking side off of Dr. Sigma.
Well, that is tough.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Oof.
He's in... Oh,
Battery is out. Battery. And that is the match. Oh, man.
That couldn't have gone much better for me. Props to the team behind Dr. Sigma for continuing to fight even after their weapon was gone. They did get one hit in on Plan B on the rear corner, but it was minor enough to just tape up.
Surprising what a lick of paint will do, isn't it?
I did notice the same drive issue from the last match coming up though, but again it went away in testing between matches. If anyone knows what might be going on here, please let me know what you think in the comments. At this point, both of my robots had made it to the winners finals, and their next fights would be back-to-back. Stingray would be first, facing off against Fission, a four-wheel drive vert with lots of wedgelets. Keeping the same setup as previous matches, I put it in the arena and hoped for the best.
And fight! Here they go. Stingray versus Fission.
A weird matchup. Let's do it.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. I think if I'm looking strictly at bot type, I would probably give this actually to Stingray.
I know, but it's Fission.
But it's Fission, exactly. And like I just got done saying, it's the surgeon, not the scalpel. And
I think it's both, but...
When motor locks up here?
Well, that's fair, yes. The surgeon, the best surgeon in the world, if he only has a bottle, a broken glass bottle, yeah, it's going to be a problem. but the main thing, now wait a second. Speaking of which, that scalpel's looking a little rusty there. Stingray looks like it's having some mobility issues there.
Well, and I think he's flipped over, so that could be part of the issue there.
Well, now, okay, there we go. Fission's back on its feet. 2 minutes remaining on the clock as of right now. And Fission's doing a great thing. You just like in martial arts, where if you got somebody that's swinging wildly, if you can get inside, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we just saw just a second ago. Now Fission's got himself self-righted. Stingray.
I believe we thought we saw some smoke. Okay, we're okay.
We're okay. All right. Minute 30 remaining on the clock.
But good looking out.
Yeah.
We'd rather make sure.
Absolutely. So Stingray still trying to get that lucky shot like he did earlier.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great design.
Absolutely, yeah.
But fortunately, he's up against Fission, and Fission is so fast, so precise with his driving.
Absolutely.
That is a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're right now at a minute left on the clock. That pit is now lava.
That pit is now still there, but... Countdowns will start immediately.
Countdowns start immediately. Yeah, exactly. Okay, but it looks like Fission's not even going to bother with the pit.
Yeah.
I think Fission's trying to cut that arm off, I think is what's happening here. 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, I think he's just...
And that's a tap out.
Tap out.
And that is a tap out from Stingray.
Well, that was rough. I am glad that Stingray managed to take as much punishment as it did before dying, though. Later in the event, I took out everything I thought I could salvage from the chassis and gave the rest to Fission's driver. That was after Plan B's match, though, which was against Fragment X, a scaled-up version of Fission. My mentality for this match was the same as against Dr. Sigma, where all I could really do was keep the weapon pointed at the opponent and hope that luck was still on my side.
And fight! Here they go. Oh my goodness, I don't even have time to tell you. It's Fragment X versus Plan B, and they are...
violent.
Absolutely violent.
And I believe Fragment X, the driver, just drove Fission.
Yeah, just got done driving Fission. But, man.
What a hit by Fragment X.
Grief, the timing on that. Yeah, Fragment X, just a beast. 2 minutes and 30 remaining on the clock. Golly. Two of the heaviest. I can't even get.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
The thing.
Oh no! You know what?
And he
That's
helped
right.
him down and then helped him into the pit.
Helped him right in.
So the tournament rules were that the pit in the corner was nothing more than an obstacle until the last minute of the match, at which point a robot would only have 10 seconds to get out once it was in. I kept trying to get out before a countdown could start, but Fragment X had other plans.
Wait a minute, that board's looking pretty loose. Oh, there it is! A minute left on the clock, and out comes Plan B out of the pit. He's out. He's back in, but he can drive out now.
Fragment couldn't wait. He couldn't wait. He needed a piece of that.
Oh my goodness! Fragment X was technically in the pit, and that is a tap out from Plan B.
Oh my god!
Good grief!
Well, that was really rough. The frame was trashed, all the motors were damaged, and the battery was dented, but at least the ESCs survived. I had spares of everything though, so I could fix it before its next match. At least, that was the idea. Since we were so far into the bracket, I was under the assumption that we would get extra time in between matches, but the event organizers only had so much time to wrap up the tournament before everything had to be cleared out of the building. There was no way I could get both of my robots fixed in time, and since Plan B was the more complex of the two, I felt I would have less of a chance of having it ready in time compared to Stingray. Unfortunately, this meant I had to forfeit it, but it did mean I had Stingray ready for its next match, albeit not as ready as I would have liked. For some reason, the cleats refused to fit on the new pair of hubs, so I had to run without them. The fork tail was also damaged, so I used the regular one, which wasn't optimal for my next matchup. Johnny had been tearing through the lower bracket and brought Prince Tufston back for a rematch. Could Stingray pull off a repeat of earlier?
And fight! Oh, coming screaming out of the box. Here comes Prince Tufston, throwing a brick at Stingray. Stingray's getting his spin on. Is he able to get that little stabby bit there into the side of Prince Tufston?
Well, he was able to push him around quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
With that long arm, which actually is pretty impressive.
The long arm of the law.
Of the Stingray.
Of the Stingray, that's right. It's a good thing there's no boss named Steve Irwin. 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
Now they look like a single bot.
Aw, they're friends.
Uh-oh.
2 minutes and 15 seconds.
All right, Stingray is free.
Stingray does the gentlemanly thing, and
I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but
yeah, but we'll take
sure.
it. Why not? What the heck? Stingray seems to be running a little slower than normal.
Does, but he's also currently upside down, so that might be part of it.
Probably, yeah. Is he going to be able to get himself flipped over? Doesn't look like it's going to be the easiest task here.
Yeah, and his Prince Tuff's gonna try to take a advantage of that there. There we go. Oh, looks like he's trying to push him towards the pit. Ooh, close one.
Yep, very close.
A minute 20 left in the match.
That's right. So in about 15 seconds here, if you go in the pit, you've got a 10 count, and that's it.
Yeah, you don't get the extra time. That's
right. Yeah, at this stage of the night, you've got so many boxers that are on the 20th round,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Prince Tufton going to be able to deliver Stingray?
Kind of.
Kind of.
But is he also stuck? I think he's trying.
He's got to release the pin. Oh, now there's a drive belt from someone.
Who's is that?
I don't know. Oh, wow. My goodness. Stingray coming dangerously close to getting him.
Managing to escape, though.
Yep. 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds.
30 seconds on the clock. Barely enough time to get somebody in the pit. It doesn't look like that's what's, maybe.
Tufton's trying. Stingray's getting a little speed up here.
A little bit. Back off, man. I'm not going back inside. Well, let's see. You won't have to, because this thing is done and dusted in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the match.
I feel like that is going to be a tough one.
Obviously, the makeshift caster didn't work. Things might have gone better if I'd been able to get the cleats on, but ultimately I think it was Johnny's driving that won him the match. So to wrap up, I do wish my bots didn't exit the tournament in the ways they did, but they both managed 3rd place, so I can't complain. Moving forward, Plan B will mostly be kept the same, just with new options for wheels and maybe blades. Stingray is a different story though. Throughout its history, it's frequently had problems with motors locking up after taking hits. I could do a better job of shock mounting them, but there are other issues this robot has as well, like its poor weight distribution and its lack of grip when upside down. Any real improvements would require a serious redesign, so while I might bring it back at some point in the future, Stingray is going into retirement for now. It was my first robot and was meant to serve as a learning experience more than anything, so I'd say it's definitely done its job. In the meantime, I have no plans of slowing down with Jumbo, which will be competing at the next IRCL event on March 29th. If you're attending, I'll see you there.